Scott Huber, seen here being interviewed by Action News at the Chico Downtown Plaza prior to Chico Friends on the Streets Sunday meal and survival gear giveaway. Without a Roof had a chance to sit down and have a conversation with Scott Huber about his weekend of going homeless in Chico. Guillermo Mash out here for ChicoSol. I'm here with Scott Huber, who's on the last day of his weekend of experiencing homelessness from the viewpoint of, well, just being out here with no place to be. Welcome to ChicoSol, Scott Huber, and give us some insights on what you've seen.
What have I seen? I've seen the results of bad weather and how grumpy that would make me if I was long-term homeless. It's been pointed out to me that I came out here with very expensive rain gear, which is true, and not everybody, and probably, in fact, very few people have as nice a rain gear as I had. I can't imagine being any more wet than I was at the end of the day, because actually I was soaked to the bone. That's with good rain gear. And I saw people walking around with towels on their heads and shorts, and it's hard to imagine what that experience was like. First, props to the Torres Shelter for what they provide. I think they provide a very valuable niche, and I especially appreciated the fact that there were a number of families in there that had a place to stay. But I'd say it's a very limited niche. Fortunately, I was able to get in for short-term housing. I passed all the tests. I had to take a urine test and a breathalyzer. It took me about 3 hours to go through the intake process. It's not a simple process. It's not like you can say, oh, it's raining tonight, I think I'll go by the Torres Shelter and check in. For most of the people that I've met out here this weekend, I don't think they'd be able to get in. And so right away, that tells me that we have a huge shortage of low threshold shelters. We need places that people can just drop in, whether they've got a dog or an addiction problem or whatever the problem is. They need to be able to get in out of the weather. I'd say one of the most pleasant surprises is how kindly a lot of these people treat each other. And I don't mean to say these people as though they're different from me, but I saw a lot of examples of humanity. I was in line at the Torres Shelter. There was a black guy there next to me who his engine had blown as he was passing through Chico, so he was staying at the Torres Shelter. And it had been raining out all afternoon. There were a number of families with children in line behind us, and he motioned them over and said, "Come, bring the kids. The kids are coughing. It's cold outside. Put them in front of me in line." And I was really touched. It's been said many a times before, but there's not one type of homeless person, just like there's not one type of housed person. There's a multitude of different types, and I've seen them all from the small families that you can tell that all they're trying to do is make sure that those kids have food and a roof and are kept warm and kept safe, to people who definitely have some addiction problems and everything in between. So I don't think there were any surprises. I think that it confirmed for me that there was really a wide range of types of people, and so there's a wide range of issues to address to try to solve it. Well, I think creating low threshold shelters, even Helen Harberts, who's sort of what I would call sort of a hard-bitten advocate against crime. I had a conversation with her the other day, and she was a Housing First advocate. So, to those of us that have thought about it, I think that we really get that you've got to get these people someplace safe to be before you can think that you're going to get buy-in from them on solving their challenges. So, it goes back to that whole Housing First question, which I'm a believer in, and a lot of people, of course, are. I respect the durability of these people because this is not easy, and I can't imagine that it's something that is anybody's first choice in life. It certainly wouldn't be mine.